What's up guys, David Trebek here. Today I'm doing another album reaction video. Today we're going to be checking out an album from Car Seat Headrest. This is Twin Fantasy. Now, I've never listened to Car Seat Headrest before. Well, actually that's kind of a lie. I've heard a couple tracks from Car Seat Headrest, but I've never listened to a full album. I've only heard like probably 2 songs from them. I don't think I've heard any songs. No, I haven't heard any songs from this album that I'm about to listen to. This is a 2018 release, and I did some research into this one because I did want to do a little bit before coming into this video. This is apparently kind of like a remade version of an album they dropped in 2011, I believe it was. It was around that time, and this is kind of a redone, and I don't know if it's necessarily better, but a revamped version of that same album. And this is, I mean, Car Seat Headrest, I know it's kind of like an indie type band, but that's really all I know about it. I'm going into this like completely blind, pretty much completely blind, other than the couple songs I've heard. I really do not know much about this band at all. I don't even know if it is a band. I'm assuming it is, but it might just be one person. So yeah, we're gonna hop right into this. I don't think there's much else to say. I do want to stress once again that these videos are just completely my opinion. So if I don't love this album on a first listen as much as you love this album, that's totally okay. People can have different opinions. If you disagree with my opinion, leave a comment down below why you disagree. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. This is purely based off of a first listen, and once again, it is just my opinion. It's just one white kid's opinion, so does it really matter? I don't know. You can decide that for yourself. So yeah, let's get into this. First track here is My Boy. I gotta like scooch over, bruh. I gotta scooch over. All right, My Boy. All right, feels live. Feels like we're in the studio. Real stripped back. Whoa. Was not expecting that. Okay, before that transitions, I enjoyed it. I really was not expecting it to pick up the energy that much compared to how skeletal that beginning was. But yeah, oh boy, we don't see My Boy, we don't see each other much. I don't know if the lead singer of this band is gay. That could be a possibility, or it could just be like a character. People portray characters all the time within music, so it could be a character, it could be, I don't know. Just let me know down below if it's not like it really matters, but it's just like it's a nice thing to know going into the music, you know? But overall, I enjoyed it. Picked up the energy real nice. Did a great job of building momentum, taking it away. Just a solid song overall. I enjoyed it. Feels very like DIY. You're just screaming in the back. Oh. It's crazy. What are we doing now? What the heck? These switch ups are insane. This is like anthemic right here. I have no idea what this song is about. What the heck? Some reverse stuff? This is insane. This is like... This is so strange. Drummer's going off. I don't know what just happened. What? Excuse me? Huh? What just happened? I have no clue what that song was about. At one point he was talking about getting groceries. At one point he was talking about like cutting someone's face or something. At one point he was talking about him not being schizophrenic, or I don't even know, bro. That just like, I'm gonna be completely honest, that I'm completely confused by that song. But at the same time, I kind of get it. It just feels honestly kind of just like entering the mind of someone who is not doing so well mentally. Song is all over the place sonically. Lyrically, it seems like it's all over the place unless I'm completely missing something. But both of those things just come together to create a song that actually feels like entering into a mentally ill person's mind. And I don't know this singer's, this vocalist's, I don't know him personally. I don't know how he's doing. I hope he's doing fine. But just based off that song, there was something just so depressing about it, honestly. Something so depressing about it. And then that ending there was kind of, it seemed like that was kind of like, we went through this whole journey. The song changed like 5 times. We went through all these different emotions. He's probably going through all these different emotions. And then that ending just feels like letting all the anger out, because that's probably the most like intense and hard-hitting section of the song. But he also, one thing I do want to say is the songs I have heard of Car Seat Headrest before this, I've always noticed this guy's kind of like humor. There's always just like a somewhat humorous edge to everything he writes, and it was there in that song too, even though it's humor, but it's also like with a tinge of just like, what the frick is going on? It's kind of super depressing at the same time, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, the writing is honestly the thing I'm gravitating towards most right now. It's really catching my attention. I'm sure the sound will grow on me. I'm not loving the sound as much as the writing, but the writing, yeah, something about it. It's all over the place. There's just these lines that I'm not expecting at all. They kind of make me laugh at first, but then I have to actually like take a step back and actually think about them. Yeah, I have no idea once again what that song was about, but I did enjoy it. It, as a 13-minute long song, it didn't lose its energy, momentum at once. It didn't lose me at once. It kept me pretty much entertained throughout the whole thing. So, great song. Great song. And it's hard. It's honestly hard to do songs that are that long and keep them entertaining throughout the entire thing, especially with how short people's attention spans are nowadays. But, yeah, that was great. All right, Stop Smoking. This is like a little interlude, I'm guessing. The writing is so, like, literal. Okay, Stop Smoking, in brackets, we love you. Nice little interlude there. I feel like the placement of that is interesting, too, coming off that 13-minute beast where it just, once again, it felt like we were going into the mind of someone who's not doing very well, maybe someone who's not doing very well, as a result of, I don't know, some drugs maybe. Stop Smoking, we love you is kind of interesting coming after that. Obviously coming after the 13-minute beast where this guy obviously, I mean, he doesn't appear to be doing so good in that song unless it's some character. And then after that, Stop Smoking, maybe that's his loved ones talking to him, but he's talking like as them, you know? I just thought the placement of that was pretty interesting. And like I said in that song, this guy's so literal with everything he writes, but it comes across as so like honest and truthful. Like there's no sugarcoating it at all, and I love that. Oh, and then we have Sober to Death. Okay. Interesting. This sounds familiar. Catchy. That was probably the most catchy song on the album so far. But then that second half, where everything would continuously cut out and it would just be the acoustic guitar and his voice. That was like whiplash. That was musical whiplash right there. It's like boom, 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 do, 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 and then the nice little acoustic guitar bit. That right there, that's musical whiplash, if I had to identify it. Yeah, that was a really depressing song. Once again, lyrics, writing was great. My only complaint is the guitars at some point sounded a little bit too, like claustrophobic. Like, I wish there was a little bit more space in these electric guitars. But other than that, really catchy stuff, really catchy guitar riffs, good writing, some musical whiplash thrown in there as well. And yeah, very enjoyable. Let's keep going. Nice harmony.
I'm a good person. Is this thing on? I haven't done shit this year. It's been a summer. It's been summer since February.
Okay, probably I'd say my least favorite track so far. Yeah, that kind of spoken word part was kind of funny. But other than that, pretty much everything musically I wasn't that interested in that track. Once again, just the writing is the main thing that's pulling me in with this album so far. It's not really anything that's going on musically. It's more just this guy's personality and the kind of humor and wit that there is in the writing so far. So yeah, probably my least favorite track so far. All right, let's keep going.
Is it the chorus yet? No. It's just a building of the verse. Dancing every dance right now. Those are you guys in my shirt. I like to put my hands around them. Normal people. These are the people that I get drunk with. But when I'm there, I see
the basis. No one tells me shit unless I need to hear it.
Okay, strange ending there. I'm just reading through the lyrics and holy frick. This is like really, really depressing writing, honestly. It's just like some moments where it feels like it's even breaking like the fourth wall or whatever it's called. Talking about, is this the chorus? No, it's just the building of the verse, and when the chorus comes, it'll be like, what? I'm just trying to figure out what this song is actually about. I don't know, it just seems very angsty and like overall uneasy. There's an uneasy feeling to it. A lot of this writing is kind of reminding me of stuff that I heard on Black Country New Roads' first album, or their only album. It's not like exactly the same, but a lot of it feels kind of angsty and feels kind of like, not over dramatic, that's not the word I'm looking for, but it seems just like really dramatic. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I'm getting similar vibes in terms of the writing. I'm getting similar vibes compared to Black Country New Road. But yeah, definitely enjoyed the track. I felt like there was a few moments that felt a little predictable in that one in terms of what was happening musically, but overall still pretty solid. The writing, once again, is really what I'm just focusing on right now.
Give me Frank Ocean's voice and James Brown's stage presence.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I don't think I have much to say on that one. It just felt like kind of more of the same. There was a cool little synth kind of electronic sounding thing in there that I actually enjoyed quite a bit because it was a nice switch up from everything I've been hearing. I just feel like the guitars on this album are really like and maybe that's just an aesthetic that they're going for. But I'm just not the biggest fan of it, how it sounds. The guitars just feel really like claustrophobic, and I feel like I don't know. I don't know if it's a mixing thing or if it's a mastering thing, but they just feel really like claustrophobic, and I wish they would have a little bit more like space to breathe. But once again, the writing is intriguing, and it's keeping me sucked into this album. But yeah, it's just the sound. The sound a lot of the time for me is just feeling pretty predictable and pretty I mean, there was some moments in there that I did enjoy and that were unpredictable and that threw me for a loop, but a lot of it so far has been feeling pretty predictable to me, and that's something that makes me struggle with really loving an album, is if it becomes really predictable, and that's the case with this right now, for me at least. Okay, this has potential. This is a nice switch up that we needed. Ooh. This might be the most sonically pleasing song so far. Oh, that's interesting. Keep Smoking, I Still Love You, because we had the track before. Stop Smoking, in parentheses, We Love You. So a nice little 180 there. Like, I feel like there could be more of these moments in the album, you know? This is really unsettling. That was a really, really unsettling ending to that song. And to a song that I thought was probably my favorite musically. I felt like they needed to go in that more stripped back, more laid back, more gentle kind of direction with that one, because pretty much everything up to this point has been pretty high energy in terms of just what's going on musically. So I thought that was a direction they needed to go, and they successfully did it. For the most part, I feel like it did drag on a little bit. I don't know if it needed to be 7 minutes long, but overall I still really enjoyed it. And once again, that ending there with that kind of voicemail message and those glitchy vocal chops underneath, super unsettling. And yeah, of course, the kind of 180 with the Keep Smoking, and then we had the Stop Smoking before that. So far, this album just feels like it's super personal in terms of its writing, and it feels like it's just filled with a lot of angst and just a lot of, like, once again, I don't know who the lead singer of this band is. I don't know him personally, but he doesn't sound like he's doing too well mentally, so that's definitely a vibe I'm getting from this so far. All right, we have the longest track on the album coming up next. Hopefully it doesn't drag. Let's see. Let's go.
Apologies to future me's and you's.
What a great opening line.
But I can't.
This section isn't doing it for me. Real good imagery with these lyrics. See, this section where the energy picks up, I feel like this section does it in such a more satisfying way compared to where earlier it was the more gentle, more subdued section, and then it just went straight into that higher energy section. I feel like this had a proper build, and now it feels like we're supposed to be here, and it feels like this higher energy section, it just feels a lot more satisfying.
Into cliche. What happened to you?
The falsetto? Come on. You know I love synths. Oh, yes. Ooh, that's cool.
Only reflection is in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face.
Okay, I thought the piano was a nice switch up. it was refreshing to have that piano in there. And you probably saw my face when all the guitars, drums, everything came back in for the second time. Near the end of the song, I wasn't liking it, but I feel like with that second time that they did that, they actually gave it time to breathe, gave it room to breathe, added some horns on top of that, kept layering the instruments, so it actually was a more satisfying finish than I thought it was going to be. Do I feel like it dragged on at some points a little bit? Yeah, I don't think it was perfect, but I feel like the ending was satisfying enough to feel like I didn't waste my time with that one. So, yeah, pretty solid. Last track here.
This is the end of the song.
Breaking the fourth wall again.
This is a version of me and you that can exist outside of everything else.
When I come back, you'll still be here.
Okay. That was actually a really, really solid ending. And once again with that one, I feel like they gave it enough time to build and enough room to breathe. So when they got to that climax at the end there, it was a lot more satisfying. I feel like the times where they cut everything out, and then they just bring everything back in, it feels like they're doing it just for the sake of doing it. But when they actually give it time to breathe and they give it time to evolve and progress into that next stage of the song, I feel like it actually works a lot better. So overall, pretty solid album. I will say I do enjoy this dude's writing a lot. I enjoy his songwriting. I think he's actually a really talented and unique and interesting songwriter, and I'm actually just really intrigued by his kind of personality. So there's that, but there's also musically, for a lot of it, it did feel pretty predictable to me, and it felt just not like the most intriguing thing, but there still was quite a bit of moments as well musically that I did enjoy, that threw me for a loop, that interested me and were just sonically pleasing as well. Overall, though, I would say I do enjoy the writing on this album a lot more than the actual music of it. But who knows? This is, once again, just a first listen. That it might completely grow on me. Who knows? And I feel like I do have to look into the lyrics a little bit more on this one too, because there is a lot of it that feels like, towards the beginning, I was feeling like a lot of it was very literal. But now, towards the end, I feel like a lot of it is just really like abstract and just a lot of it that I don't feel like I fully get yet. So I'm gonna have to go into the lyrics and kind of dissect them a little bit further to actually understand what's really going on in this album. But yeah, this is it. This was Car Seat Headrest, Twin Fantasy. Overall, I enjoyed it. Once again, just a couple moments musically that felt pretty... There's just a few moments that were a bit stale, I would say. But yeah, writing is great. I'm just kind of intrigued by this dude as a person. And the performance was really tight. You can tell this is a talented band, and the performances were actually really well done. I just feel like with a couple of the guitar melodies, they could have been a bit more creative with those and came up with some more interesting melodies. Solid album, enjoyed it. I feel like this might be a grower. I'm gonna listen to this probably again outside of this video. And if I feel like I need to do an updated video giving my updated thoughts on it, I'll do that, because I don't know. I just feel like I might have missed the point a little bit So I will listen to it outside this video, and once again, if I feel like I need to, I will make an updated video giving my thoughts on it. So once again, keep in mind, this is just a first reaction. So that's going to do it for this video. Leave some album reaction suggestions down below. I want to do Squid soon. I want to do maybe some Gorillaz soon. I want to do a whole lot of Red by Playboi Carti. So those are some things I have hopefully coming up. But if you guys want to see anything else, let me know down below. And yeah, that's it. Car Seat Headrest, Twin Fantasy. Overall, I'm left feeling a little confused, not completely satisfied musically, but in terms of the writing, I definitely am intrigued by whoever this guy is. Bye.